Quotation first or design first in renovation?
If you're just looking at quotation, you will just only like, okay, I want to do this cabinet, that wardrobe, maybe this TV console over here. But then does it fit into your lifestyle? Does it fit into your daily usage?
We work so hard, right? You spend 50K, you get a basic. Maybe you spend 70K, you get something super nice. 90K, right? Wow, sibei nice. So if you spend 50K, right, you also paint ma. Not say 50K not paint ma, but your house don't look good Like, oh wow, this one got renovate, man, find contractor like, not nice because suddenly, hey, I want something more. But when the quotation change, right, then it's not good ma, because I'm like, wow, why so expensive one? My budget is 100K only. I sign with you 100K, then why I change already then 120? Hello everyone, we are back. I'm Jeffrey, the interior designer from Elpis.
Hi, I'm Jason, interior designer for Elpis.
Okay, today's topic, right, we will be talking about something more interesting, which is more crucial. Quotation first or design first in renovation. Okay, so Jason, ask you, in your opinion, right, you think which is more important? Quotation first or focus on design first for a residential renovation?
Okay, personally, I would think design first will be more important than the quotation. Why is it so? Is because in terms of design, you are looking at your aesthetics of your own home. Secondly, you need to understand how your lifestyle is. Because if you're just looking at quotation, you will just only like, okay, I want to do this cabinet, that wardrobe, maybe this TV console over here. But then does it fit into your lifestyle? Does it fit into your daily usage? It's not very, you can't see itself from the quotation itself.
Okay. Do you think that this apply for like maybe a different group of homeowner, right? Like maybe some owner want something super simple can stay can already, Someone just okay go in I just need one kitchen, I can wash, I don't care, color anything Then I just want two wardrobe, some light, I got water, got light, I can stay already. I got aircon can already.
Those I would say those homeowners are more practical in that sense.
Okay.
Then that one you might not need to put in so much design effort in that sense, because that will be more towards the quotation first
So maybe that kind of like that group of owner that group of client you would think that can Then when you look at quotation, find a cheaper one because they're not so focused on design
Yes.
But if those let's say a lot of clients that come to us, like they are design centric, they see portfolio, they do mood board, they also have information they know what they want to buy, all this kind of thing. They give you a lot of 小红书my house need to be like that, right? Yeah, so that group will be more design centric
Correct.
So you're talking about, then you think should focus on design first.
Yes.
Okay, but in our industry, renovation industry, right, in Singapore, most of the time we only do quote first, right? I mean, since the day I come in, I learned 10 years ago, I'm in the line for 10 years. 10 years ago, right, until now, a lot of owners will come in and okay, I tell you what I want, usually with a floor plan. We'll plan the layout, the bedware, the sofa ware, the cabinet, roughly talk about it, right? Then, okay, we'll go back with a proposal and we will give a quote. If for me, right, it's not that I don't care about design. I mean, I still work on the design. I still think about what I want to propose first before I come up with a quote. But most of the time it's like, I know homeowners, they want to see quote first. Yeah, so always compare quote first and see how. Yeah, so that one is, how do we focus on design if that's the case? Or what do you think should be improved so that we can focus on design first?
I think it depends on the lifestyle of the homeowner itself. Also the the requirements of the homeowners also. Because like I believe from the past, maybe a few years back, homeowners are most of the homeowners, they are more practical in the sense that 可能说this home 可能只做5年我就要卖了。
Okay.
我就不用做这样的东西嘛。
Okay.
是不是？ Like I just need to have a kitchen, my wardrobe.
Okay,
that's about it. Then maybe 5 years later, I'm going to sell the house.
Yep.
But right now, as you know, that like the new BTOs, that they have a longer MOP period.
Yep.
So like 10 years down the road.
Yes.
So likely they will need to spend a bit more effort in it, because it cannot be like just that you just need a kitchen, things. You are staying there, make it more comfortable for yourself.
Okay, means when you talk about design first, you are saying that design first is actually like homeowners and designer ID, more effort in talking about the design first rather than the code. Means like more effort, maybe homeowners can have more mood board or photos of what they want, the design theme of the house, then also go around like shop, see what they want to buy, what kind of appliances they need, what kind of lifestyle they need, then they tell the ID. Is it?
Something like that.
Okay, but I realized that this one, actually a lot of owner already got do ma. Like I don't know you lah, but most of my clients come right, they already have mood board already. They have all these, they know what they want to buy already ma. So, but this one, same thing, still go back to quotation first.
But sometimes they may not, some of the things they see may not be usable in our context,
right?
Or in their space itself.
Right.
So, okay, for example, a lot of homeowners right now, they are looking at social media, like I said, Xiaohongshu, Instagram, Pinterest. Most of the images are from overseas. They are not really inclined to our local context.
You're right.
Yeah,
our ceiling very low. What?
Yeah,
like our
correct.
ceiling is like what? 2.6 or 2.58 lah, 102 inches, whatever lah. I mean, most of the HDB, not all. Then condo maybe like 2.7, 2.8, some is 2.9, some is 3 meter. Not so high lah.
Even simple things like, let's say, the windows of the house itself. You see overseas, they are all like floor to ceiling windows, whereas for HDB is only, most of them are only half the size of it.
True.
So the
a lot of
effects
limitation
of that
lah.
It's not really the same.
A lot of limitation lah. Like, inside we don't have one round pillar, go all the way up, we can curve, or we don't have the nice staircase, they can put the TV underneath, something like that, right? That's also one thing that I feel is a limitation lah. But I don't know, I personally think, even if we go through this mood board and everything, right? But if you only look at quotation first, I mean, if you still look at quotation, right, without any visual, it's still quotation first. To me, it's still, we haven't achieved the design first. I don't know, a lot of project consultant, right, like those big projects, or even overseas. I have seen overseas, right, a lot of, in this renovation industry, they design first. Means client actually pay a designer, a design firm. It can be different from the contractor firm. So they pay the design first. I pay the design already, right? Okay, we'll do the 3D rendering and everything to make sure that the design ultimately turns out to be what the homeowner wants.
Correct.
With all the elements inside, then of course you incorporate all the appliances, this and that. Everything is properly thought of because it's like the full design phase.
Right.
And the quotation will come in only after the design has been finalized, because the good thing is that once you're very satisfied with the design, one thing down already. So the next thing is that I left with quotation already. So they take the quotation, right? I mean the design, right? They can go and find like a few either ID firms or renovation contractors or whoever, right? Or main con to quote them, right? They just need to look at the finishing and see whose quote is more competitive, and maybe who you are more comfortable with, or maybe go and see their factory. I think, my opinion, this one I think is good, but it's not like it's not widely practiced here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think yes, in Singapore there is like a design consultant company, so they do design first, but most of the ID firms in Singapore is still like traditionally what we do now, lor. We come and discuss 1 session, 2 session, we give you a quotation, then or maybe you shortlist ready, you sign, then you get to see the 3D. Then sometimes when you sign already, you get to see the 3D, maybe what owner and ID think different. Yeah, then a lot of like changes and changes, I mean, it's fine. It's okay to change, but the quotation will change also. Because suddenly, I want something more. But when the quotation change, right, then it's not good, because I'm like, wow, why so expensive one? My budget is 100K only. I sign with you 100K, then why I change already then 120? Yeah, then I don't have chance to cut down things or something. Oh, yeah, so that's what I think.
Basically, in quotation first wise, right, normally we will just quote with the most basic requirements in terms of the items or materials. Let's say for a kitchen cabinet, it will be likely a plain door, then with certain color of laminates going over it, that's it. But if you're looking at design itself, let's say you're looking at shaker doors, for example, or with some other finishing, unlikely all these will be in your initial quotes. Yeah, so that's why once you sign off, then later you see your design, you want to make changes, that's where your VO start to come in. Yes,
okay, I agree, but I try to work a bit differently. So you know what I do, right? When I quote, like just now I told you, right? I like to talk to owner first. I like to see the mood board, right? So I roughly know that, okay, example, you come, 2 layer, those kind of shaker door, or a lot of curves. And during the design, I will talk to owner, like, is this design phase up? Like this, what you want, right? So at least when I quote, I would inform beforehand. I say, maybe I quote first, you like this kind of shaker door, reeded glass and everything with the curves, right? I would like to incorporate how I would incorporate. Then when I do the quote, I will try to incorporate in first. So that at least when we do the 3D, right, the cost versus the 3D is around there one. Means I don't need to propose the most basic. But there's one downside. So when my quote come out, right, the owner will say that, hey, why so expensive? Because other ID is like, very cheap, 10K cheaper. Then
correct.
I don't look at other people's quote. But I realize that actually a lot of other IDs are quoting the basic.
Correct.
But I already know, you show me already, you want curve, you want reeded glass, you like shaker doors and all this kind of thing, right? Like brass material, but how can I quote you basic? If I quote you basic, then we have a lot of VO but again, no 3D or like owner only looking at quote, so a bit difficult to justify like, hey, why I so expensive? Although I explained already, yeah, but maybe clients might think that no lah, other ID quote cheaper, they also can do one. It's also they won't charge so high one.
I think it's a lot based on assumption. Whereas for our quotation wise, we are quite detailed in the sense that, let's say, there's chicken doors design on it.
Not selling ourselves, not selling ourselves. This one disclaimer, but it's some sharing session, right?
Yeah, so like in our quotation, we are quite detailed in the sense that, let's say, if there's a chicken door design or certain kind of design, we do indicate in our code. Where my understanding of some other IDs itself, they don't really
careful.
They don't really put in lah. Yeah, 对啊.
Okay lah. So back to the main point, design first or quotation first. So you think the design, of course, if owner is very design centric, we think the design is more important. Right? For me, I also think so, because nowadays, right, we spend so much and we're gonna live inside maybe for 10 years or even 5 years. We work so hard, right? You spend 50K, you get a basic. Maybe you spend 70K, you get something super nice. 90K, right? Wow, sibei nice. So it depends on what you want, because the base you already have to spend one. So if you spend 50K, right, you also pain Not say 50K not pain but your house don't look good Like, oh wow, this one got renovate, man, find main con, find contractor, like not nice. So I think that design is really important. But if there's an opportunity for us to change, so that like owners will be more open to like, okay, maybe we do design first. We just sign a design package, right? Purely focus on design, material selection, 3D drawings, Then we discuss all the plans, okay, the carpentry, all the details and everything to make sure that before even we sign the main contract, right, the design is like, okay, poof, this is my dream home, Then from there, quote, okay, if really exceed budget, at least it's fair, you compare already, everybody quote around the same, right? Means your dream home is actually more than your budget one.
Correct.
Yeah, so which is a realistic thing. Then of course, I mean, if you need to work, we cut we see, okay, not the necessary thing, we try to cut down a bit lah. That's my take on this thing.
Yeah, for our take in terms of that is like, it's easier for you to cut down your scope of works rather than you suddenly 后面很多 VO 你有点吓到这样的感觉。
Yes, okay, so this thing is like that. VO, right? Sometimes, of course, you must see lah. Some is because of some bad industry practice, but sometimes it's because client wants something that is really expensive one, like your upgrade one. We cannot expect like we want to upgrade for free because somebody is gonna pay for it, right? Right. So some design elements really more expensive one. You like normal glass, you're coated already. You say you want frosted, then suddenly you see something really the glass, the price a lot different. Yeah. So if we don't really talk about it during the design phase, then we have to accept that we will face a VO situation. Yeah, that's what I think. So all in all, what we want to say is if you can, right, spend more time to do design. I mean research, design work, get more portfolios, right? Then really talk more with the IDs. Don't just look at the price first. I mean price is still important, right? But talk more with the ID. Convey your idea fully. Then when the quote comes out, the first quote come out, don't panic first. Don't just stereotype and any IDs are not only us. Just say that, hey, your quote is expensive. Really go and understand with the ID, hey, what are you actually quoting me? Why is it so high? So when they share the idea, right, they share their vision, you can also understand, hey, whether this ID is like got antenna same as you or not. So this one is very important one. Yeah. So this is our sharing session today. Stay tuned for the next episode and follow us on our channel. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can also put in the comment section if you want us to talk about it. Jason, got anything? Right, then wait for the next one.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.